Hello everybody, and we're here today in a fairly new game called Manifest 369 Power Defense. Okay. I have been watching this game, been playing it a little bit. The reason why I decided to make a video on it is because they have been recently a huge update to it. So we're going to get started with a new game. We'll just call this a save video. Right now there's only one map, but the developer said that he is wanting to integrate different types of maps. This game is developed by a single developer. Pick a Top 10 is the developer. And this is where you spawn at. Well, let's get out of that view. Here's a sign that shows you the saving procedure. Hold P to reset your character if stuck. Quick controls, press I, and all that does is bring up a control menu. Look out for signs, as signs give you tips and instructions. So this game has got a little bit of a learning curve. It's not too bad as long as you can read and can follow instructions. You can play this game. And then it shows you more about saving your game. You can save your game from the pause menu. In some areas, saving is disabled. I'll show you what to look for when we get to one of those spots. If saving's not allowed, the save option won't appear. Okay? But you got a little bit of starting equipment here on the table. Just press F to equip. We will need to pick up the car battery. You can equip the bag. You will need all of this stuff that's on the table starting out. I'm not going to take the small storage unit or the shelving unit, but you got one there if you want it. You do have to pick up the toilet and the bath because you will need those. And when you first start this game, I do recommend, I'm not doing it because like I said, I've already played the game a little bit. But I do highly recommend that you watch the tutorial. It gives you an option when you start the game to do tutorial. I do highly recommend to do that. Alright. So when you come outside to your car, you're going to want to go to claim car and hit F. It'll show claimed. Hit F again to put the fuel in it. Oh, no, 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 no. I didn't want to do that. There we go. I want to service it. Okay. And go ahead and hit change battery. You can add a spawn tag, which if you add a spawn tag and if you use a taxi flare, it will spawn you back to wherever this car is sitting. You can choose to go to the car, is what I'm trying to say. And if the car ever does break on you and catches on fire, and is no longer drivable, you can recover it for 400 nuggets. Okay. So let's get out of here. You hit Q on the keyboard to start your car. And if you notice, in my bottom right hand corner, it's got a little green bar that says health, a yellow bar that says service, a red bar that's fuel, and then like a brownish color bar that is battery. All of this stuff does degrade, so you have to keep an eye on it. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. See how my health bars went down? Well, see, I'm stuck in the car, so I can't get out. There we go. It would help if I hit the right button. Now, as you can see, the car is on its side and we can't go nowhere. But of course, I didn't see what that said. Oh, after info. Okay. Fuel and service claiming, repairs, recovery. If your car is too damaged to drive, use the recovery option at the back of the car. For a fee, the car will be sent to power station recovery bay, repaired enough to drive and ready for pickup. Okay. Well, I want to get rid of that. Alright. So, just for you guys, I did that just so you could see that health does go down if you hit stuff or if you wreck. Now we're going to have to bust this out on foot to go over here to the recovery bay. Alright, let's run off, which lucky for us, it's not very far. Okay, them messages disappear after a little while. Oh, well, one thing we need to do that I forgot to do. we need to come down here. Okay. You need to equip that. Hit number 1 to pull it out. R for reload. Alright, so we got 2 magazines there. And an empty magazine here. Alright. So we'll bring that magazine down. And we'll load it. Okay. This we do not need, so we'll just drop that off. Alright. And just like most games, to aim, you right click and then left click to shoot. You move around by WASD, just like in most games you play. This game does have controller support, partially integrated. When I say partially integrated, I do mean that there are some functions that the developer is still working on to try to get into controller support. And if you don't want your gun in your face again, you just hit the corresponding slot number. If you see down here in my left bottom corner is the watch, which has your time, your day, your food, your stamina, your water, and your health on it. Alright. Over here is okay, I didn't take a health hit. Over here is the business switch for when you connect the motel to the power grid, which I do highly recommend doing. Vacant room. Okay. If you put I think it's a shower, toilet, a sink, and a bed in each one of these rooms, after you connect it to the power grid, it will generate a passive income for you. Over here is the recovery base. Which, as you can see, here is our car. Which I may go ahead and, whoop, see how I took damage because I hit that pole. I cannot drive very well with a keyboard and mouse. I'm more of a controller guy, but we'll deal with what we can do for now. Alright. This is the power station. The main power station. You can set up base here if you would like. Oh crap, I didn't mean to hit that. You can set up base here if you'd like. This is a big, huge house. See, you can come in here and set up base, and he's got the downstairs switch, which controls all the downstairs lights. They all come on at once, which I'll show you here in a little bit. You got the outside switch, and then you got a turret switch, which I haven't never played around with the turret system yet. And then he added a save switch just to make it a little easier to save your game. He added a minecart system type thing to the starter cave. Before he did this, you had to run in, grab what you wanted, run back out, take your stuff to get your power started all the way down there to the power building, run all the way back, and go back in and get some more. But he added that cart system. See, there's the other mine cart. You can open it and put your stuff in there, and it'll go to the outside cart. Okay? Which I'll show you here in a minute. Let me grab a drink here real quick, guys. Alright. But this cave has got pretty much everything that you can start with. Here's the car parts, engine upgrade and stuff like that. Got different tool sets and tools and stuff that you need for different workstations when you're building stuff. And circuit boards and all that good stuff, concrete. But what we're going to focus on right now is a hammer, which I am going to put into slot 2 for now. And we want a larger backpack. So to do this, it took me a little bit to figure this out. The easiest way to do it. Just go to open your backpack, whichever backpack you want. Hit control one time, and as you can see up in the right top of the screen, it says quick move action. Okay, then all you have to do the only thing you should have to do is click on the item. Okay, right here, when you can't save, it'll pop up like this right here. No save zone. Okay, so let's see. Let's open backpack. Why is it not letting me? There it goes. So the quick action it's not working. Yeah, the quick action ain't working right now. That's alright. We'll do this one item at a time. No big deal. Now, when you go to pick up certain items, well, that we could have put in the we could have put that in the car, and this stuff we could have actually put in the car, but we didn't. Alright, now just close out of that. Open your inventory. Make sure there's nothing in your backpack. Click on that. Click drop. Oh, I'm sorry, you have to unequip your weapon first. Then you can click drop. Okay. Then you can go back to this one, hit equip. And all your stuff that you put in there before you picked it up will still be in there. Okay, so we need that. Let's see, we'll get the watch display, extra GPS. You start out with the 3 watches. Let's see, what kind of holster do we want? Let's go with the black one there. Where it goes, and you jump. Well, you can't really see it, but the gun's supposed to show up in the holster. Holsters for your sidearm. To use the holster, place in holster slot. Pistol show up in the holster when the gun is in your inventory rather than an equipped weapon. Pistols are able to be used even when not equipped in a weapon slot. Other weapons aren't able to do this, only pistols. Alright, so let's unequip that. Maybe put it in 7. There we go. As you can see, now the holster is showing the gun on our side. Okay, we got boots, but you got clothes down here. Large body armor, heavy body armor, but right here is what we're going after, which is the extreme body armor. But you got some more that's extreme and stuff down here. And let's go with a heavy helmet. See, it shows us with our body armor on and a helmet and a backpack. Okay, that's all we're needing over here, or that's all that I'm going to get to start with right now. Okay, to get started on the power system, you're going to have to pick up 3 of these old computers. Alright. I know that's all we got. Let me equip my flashlight here to a quick slot. There we go. Alright, and if you right click or left click, it'll turn your flashlight on. Left click turns it off. As you can see, it is nighttime. And it is very dark out here. And foggy. But I apologize, guys. It is hard for me to see. And our flashlight just died. Alright. You go to this building here. Come up. Add old PC. Then you go down to solar panel. Alright. So that should have been all of the solar panels. Yes, it was. Great. Let's see. Body armor. Let's go ahead. Move this stuff down a little bit to where we can get to it. Now, reasonably, does anybody actually need a total of 4 clips? Probably not. Because if you get into a situation that's that harried where you're going to have to use 4 clips, unless you're very good and very quick with your fingers and your coordination is very high, you're not going to go through them 4 clips before you die. But he gives them to us, so we'll take them. And then again, they could be some of you Call of Duty enthusiasts out there that it's got really good reflexes and coordination and everything. So you guys may be able to do it. I can't. Okay, I am getting hungry, so I'm sorry about it being dark in here, guys. I will try to lighten it up a little bit for you guys. But to place, you can just left click it or right click it and hit place. Now, if you see the little arrow marker, the arrow actually needs to be facing you, because that is the side that the player has to interact with. And then you just left click, place it down. And I can't see. All right. All right. Hit F to sit. Excuse me. Hit F to stand up. And it's very important to wash afterwards, because you can get sick. Okay. Now, we'll just click on eat that since we're hungry. Click on use, get us a drink of water. Let's put our hammer back in number 2. Oh, I've got the watch display on me. Let's see. I think we will put the watch display let's see. Let's place the watch display right about there. And then we'll put them 3 in there. Okay. And we're wearing one. And well, I didn't know you could put GPSs in there, or the gold. Okay, it just shows the watch. Okay. So we'll do that. We'll just keep doing this to kind of quickly move everything to our slots. Turn off the quick move. Oh, well, it don't work. Okay, I see. That's singled items. Now, there is some things like that right there that I am testing out, but we could put this in our pants if we wanted to, which your pocket devices should be up here, but I wanted to be odd and different. Okay, and we got that done. Alright, make sure we can get rid of the car battery so we can go put that in the car. It's starting to get daylight out here. Oh, we'll just stick that in the car. We'll make that nice and neat up there. Okay. And right over here, if I can get to it, you got tools and stuff up here that you need, and melee tools and everything. Okay, and then your backpacks, which I done showed you. Alright, let's see. Let's wear some aviator style glasses. Okay. And we need to pick that up. We need to pick that up. Alright. Okay. Go back over here. Alright, stick it in the cart. Now, I don't know how many solar panels I got a while ago, but we'll just leave that at that. We are going to need both of them for the generator, upgrade the fuel. Okay. And we are going to need, we'll start out with four battery racks. Okay. Oh, and we're going to need a service kit, and we're going to have to pick up some more fuel, but that's okay. We'll get it when we come back. Okay, and you just walk over here until you find the world power thing pop up. Two, three, four, five, six of them. Yeah, that'd be good for starters. Alright, and that just upgrade max fuel and it pops the barrel up there. It only holds 2. Uh, Service the generator. Add fuel. Okay. Turn on the generator. Alright. Turn on world power. And flip the switch. And as you can see, the power turns on. Now, since we ain't got no batteries for the solar panels to charge, and it's not bright enough outside for the solar panels yet, it is running specifically off the generator. Alright, and if we shut the well, maybe not. Okay, maybe I was wrong about that. Let's see if it's showing power. No, it just took a minute. As you can see, our power is off. Our switch is on, but our power is off because we turned the battery off and we ain't got no generator. Or we turned the generator off because we ain't got no batteries. Whew. That was a mouthful. Okay. There is something I'm wanting to show you guys. If you notice over here at the pictures, you'll see one that says Raving Mad Games. That is a YouTuber that does Manifest 369 videos, among other videos. Rising Tide Tactical, my good friend Old Man Dubs. But I want to show you these pictures real quick. We'll go up here and grab some batteries while we're in here. Let's see. We'll just pick up as many as it'll let us. Let's go through here. It's this door, I do believe. Whoop. If you stand in the way, the door will not open all the way. Yeah, okay. Let me show you these pictures. Alright, this one is Raving Mad Games. That's a pretty sick picture right there. I'm telling you. Of course, Rising Tide Tactical, that's his YouTube logo. And I'm telling you right now, that is about the closest resemblance of a picture that I have ever seen of Old Man. That is a awesome picture. And I mean, he just, whoever designed this picture, I don't know if it was Pick Top 10, the developer, or if it was Old Man didn't tell me this was going into the game. But Old Man has done Manifest 369 videos before also. Uh, I'd highly recommend checking out both of these YouTubers' channels. I will leave a link in the description of the video to both of their channels. But if you don't know Rising Tide Tactical, Old Man Dubs, he is former military. Okay. And I would consider him probably a double veteran. For the simple fact, if I'm not mistaken, and he'll skin my hide if I get this wrong, I'll never hear the end of it. So, oh man, you watching this video, uh, forgive me if I get it wrong. Just correct me in the comments. But he was in, I believe it was the Army. And when he got out of the Army, he enlisted in the Navy. Okay. So that picture just looks a font ooh, I can't even talk. That is an admiral picture right there. I just wanted to show you them pictures. I think they're really awesome and really cool. All right, what am I doing? I'm getting sidetracked here. All right, let's go down here. See, it's still showing nothing. Power switch is still off. But three, 6, 9, 10 batteries. I think that's probably good to start with. All right, now if we turn the switch off, all right, turn the world power back on there. And as you can see, the generator is not running, but it is showing us our total power is 26,000. Our max capacity uh, hang on. Alright, this one over here shows you your generator status. We have 24,000 of solar power. I think that the 0 and the 6 is backwards right here. I think the max capacity should be 60,000 and not 6,000. Because we've already got more than 6,000 total power right now. But we have 2007 battery power. They are, it says charging false. That has to do with the device charger and the battery charger for like the car batteries. Okay. Then we hit that off like that. And it turns it on. Which I don't think it should be that way because it was on to begin with. And that's all. But that's okay. Little minor things like that don't really bother me too much. Alright, so I showed you how to get the generator power up and running, or the main power system up and running. I didn't know you could collect bushes in this game, but I've never tried before either. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's go up here. And see, you got equipment and hats and stuff up here, a few clothes, some different bags, some more bags, key cards, okay, bolts, nails, planks, printed parts, a weapons bench, only one that I would probably recommend to getting, just me, you can get whatever you want. It'd be your game, you play it however you want. Nobody will judge. But me, I want to get into the aspects of the game a little more in videos. So the only thing I'm going to take right now as far as workbench goes is the crafting bench. Then we got outside lights over here, which we will need. Unfortunately, there's no way to see what the light looks like unless you pick it up. That was lamp 7. Okay, so I like to keep my lights uniform, so we'll get another lamp 7. I like the way that looks. Okay, and then you You got barn lights, the socketed lights. I have not really played with. I think the socketed lights are the ones that you have to actually wire into the system. But I'm not 100% positive about that. Like I said, I've never played with them. And I know I like how it's like one. So we'll get through those. And I like house light 2. So we'll get through more of those. Okay? And then I'll go in here and put these up and show you how all this works. These are actually wall lights. These are ceiling lights. So we'll put them in number 2, put them in 3, and put our outside lights on 1, just to make it a little easier to connect. Alright, so we can hit 1. We'll stick it there and there. Alright, now if we hit the outside light switch, turn it on, we've got outside lights. Hit it again, and they go off just like a switch should work. Lights. Now, let's see. Let's stick now if we turn downstairs lights on, the lights come on. Turn it off, they go off. Okay, and then we need a couple in here. And one in here. Now, as you can see, I put up 6 different lights in 6 different locations. I can turn them on. These 3 are on. These 2 are on. And this one's on. Alright. So that's got that. Okay. Now, for the crafting bench. That goes outside. This comes into the garage. You have a nice map here on the wall. Kind of shows you about the area. You have the community keys, which the blue is the dock community, the green is the logging community, the red is the hillside, and the yellow is the military base. But to start off with, make sure the arrow is facing towards your player when you place these workbenches down, so you can interact with it. Now, the garage door will open once you have the house hooked up. You can pull your car around here and park it in the garage if you want to. I just usually use the garage for like a crafting area. Okay. Let's go get us a few more things out of here. Now this is what I was looking for. You got this little square flashlight, and then you got a regular flashlight, and that flashlight, and that flashlight. This one is actually a wearable flashlight, which I'm surprised that they call it a flashlight, because if I'm not mistaken, I do believe the developer is British, and usually anybody from the UK don't call them flashlights, they call them torches. Alright, let's see, what else are we going to get while we're in here? Alright. I do recommend grabbing a gun storage. Okay? This is a double barrel shotgun right there. That's the 1982. Okay? Here's the M4A4, which I'm not a real big fan of. The LS80, which in my opinion is kind of like a honey badger. But I like the 1982, so we will quit that. That's buckshot. That's just regular shotgun shells, so like slugs. We'll pick up the buckshot also. Okay. Here's the Eon clips for it. That is the 1911, which you get at the start. Some extra 1911 mags. Here is some extra 9mm ammo, which we really don't need unless you pick up the SMG, because I think the SMG uses 9mm. But I like the shotgun. And let's see. if that's the one we want. Let's see what it has to offer. The high recoil gun uses 9mm ammo. We'll just drop that. I'm gonna get something. Maybe we'll go with the M4. .762, that's what I thought. Alright, let's pick up. Oh, I need to get a light for our bedroom too, don't I? For the wearable flashlight, you just hit T. It illuminate for you. Let's see. Oh, we need something else too that we need. I can't remember where it's at. It's chairs, tables. Are you building stuff? Your sinks, pictures, different fires, toilets. We will need a new PC. I can't see what number that is. I'll just look at it and see if I like the bed. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And I need that's signs. That's rugs. Alright. We will need a map and info screen. Alright. I cannot remember. Where is that? Oh, down here. The device charger and then the battery charger. Okay. We'll get that out of there. See why I like these lights? They put off like they don't overwhelm the space. Let's turn them off for a minute while I put these other ones up. All right. Now. All right. Let's see. All right. Now. There we go. See, they give off just enough of light. That's what I like about them. We'll put this as home. Okay. That is nothing like it showed in my inventory. We'll reset the spawn point. Alright, now comes the gun safe. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Let's fill up our extended mags first. Oh, yeah, that's right. All right, and then fill up those. Okay, and let's reload our weapon real quick. And it did put an extended mag in, so we can bring them two and that one down a little bit. Oh, max weight. Oh, really? Alright, so there we go. Alright. Now, for the shotgun, all you do is select it, and since there's no magazines, there you go. It holds 8 rounds. Alright, we must have ran out of power. Yeah, it looks like we ran out of power. That's okay. Alright. So, gun storage. We want to put that in there and that in there. And that in there. Add in there. Let's see. I want to do we don't really need all these magazines. Let's put that in there. Alright. We'll keep these 11 on us. Stick that in there. We'll stick that one in there, and then we'll put the M4 mags right down here. Just like that. Ah, wrong ones. Alright, we'll leave that one in there. Oh, I need an extra 1911 mag. And ammo. Alright. is, I hate when it does this. Alright, there we go. Alright, and we'll stick our shotgun shells in our pockets. We can drop that. Now we can put that in 3. Add in 4. Five. 6. And 8. Okay. Now, and power is off. So whoops. Let's go put some gas in the generator. So is all the containers full? Or empty, I mean? It's got 348 fuel out of 600. So okay, they ain't no use power, so we don't need to turn that on right now. Alright. And as you can see, this is where you will charge all your devices. That's only got 3 off of it, so we'll wait on that. Okay. Let's grab us a watch. I think something's done over here. Maybe. No. Alright. See, and the devices show on the stand there, which is kinda neat. We don't need this on right now. No. So we'll turn it off. Okay. And that's about an hour and a half video, guys. Pretty much that's all you need to do to get started. Let's see. I guess I am going to finish building the base or setting up the house for a base and get ready for next time. Like I need some of these power poles here. Oh, do you have to do it from this side? Alright. Okay. And let's see. Let's see. Table large is over here. I do believe. Yep, table large. Let's see. Let's pick us out. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work just fine. Let me show you how to get these PCs and stuff set up real quick, and then I'll call it. All right. Ew, I'm getting tired. All right. Let's set it up right here. Now, as you can see, it's turned the wrong way. Make sure you pay attention to that when you go to place it. We'll do. See, that's turned the wrong way too. You can't turn it off and on. We'll do that. That's the info screen. Let's get that turned around here. There we go. Let's turn our thing around here. All right, and turn on. Turn on. Turn on. Now we don't have to run down there. Every time. But see, this shows it too. Shows you where you at too. All right, we'll let our devices charge a little more here. But I think that'll be it for this one, guys. Like I said, I'll leave a link to Rising Tide Tacticals channel and Raven Mad Games channel. I will also leave a link to the games channel. Manifest 369 channel. Pick a top 10. He's seems to me like he's really starting to move along a little bit. He just need your guys' support. Uh, to try out the game. It's only $5 on Steam. Well, actually, I think it's $4.99 to be exact. Uh, so might as well say $5. You know, you that's the price of, or actually less than the price of a Starbucks coffee. Okay, uh, but go ahead and jump on Steam, get the game, try it out. Uh, if you run into any issues, uh, just go to the game's YouTube channel and leave a comment, and I'm sure Pick a Top 10 will uh, get you the answer that you need, or if it's a bug that he needs to fix, he'll fix it. Uh, he has put a lot of hard work in this uh, over the last 4 years, a lot of hours. Uh, he didn't actually reach out to me uh, to do a video or try the game or anything. Uh, I actually reached out to him to see if it was okay if I did videos on it. But I seen my good friend Rising Tide. Old man was playing it, and I watched a couple of his videos on it, and it just looked like a game that I was going to be interested in. And so I picked it up. $5. You know, anybody can afford $5. Uh, so just go ahead and check the game out, pick it up. Go ahead and subscribe to all the YouTube channels that I'm going to have in the description. Hit that like button and subscribe to my channel too if you haven't already. I am working towards my next goal of 100 subscribers, and I am a little over halfway there. So let's go ahead and give it that final push and get us to our goal. I do this not to make money. You know, I I could care less about money. I do it because I am disabled. I don't work. I have a lot of time on my hands, and gaming is just something I enjoy doing. Making YouTube videos is a hobby of mine. Uh, I started doing this for you guys, to give you guys, entertainment, and you guys have been great. You've been hanging in there with me, uh, and supporting me and everything, and you know, all the comments are greatly appreciated, guys. All the tips on any game I play is very appreciated. You guys are very appreciated. I love each and every single one of you. Uh, but with that being said, until the next one, this is RB Gaming, and I am out.